get this show kicked off properly. Now this guy he did a show earlier this week for me. I was so scared when he did some certain things. I was like, is that legal in this state? I don't know. But let's give it up for the wonderful Aaron Harleman, everybody.
I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know.
That was the sloppiest I've ever done it. Good God. Give it up for your host. Never hasn't smoked a day in his life. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm from the Dirty South. Anybody from the Dirty South? Yeah? What part of the Dirty South? South Carolina. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I mean the Dirty South. I'm from Medford. Where it's really actually dirty, not whatever you're from. Got that. Yeah. We got all kinds of good stuff down there. We got the factory where we make white people with dreads. That's a good spot. Yeah. It's a good time down there. What else do we got? We invented chemtrails. I don't know if you guys know that about us. We're real dirty ass hippies. Dirtier than hippie feet down there. What else do we got? We got that January 6th memorial just went up. That's good. I thought that joke was done until a few months ago. Now I get to do it for 4 more years. Sorry. I don't know. I think if anybody was ever like, yo, what does toxic masculinity look like? Somebody would just point right at me and go, there it is. Yeah, you guys get it. You can see me. Yeah, the fucking rings and shit. What an idiot. But yeah, toxic masculinity is fucking stupid if you think about it, which is why you shouldn't think about it, because thinking's for pussies. Oh, wow. This is a room full of ladies. Don't worry, you'll get yours later. I have a good closer. You'll enjoy. Yeah, toxic masculinity, it's fucking... Here's my problem with it. Call it something cool, like Kid Rock disease or Limp Bizkit syndrome. Your favorite bands. Joe Rogan burgers, that's another good one. That's fun. All right, we do have to do a little resolution story, so I'm going to tell you about a resolution I made in 2008 when I was 25, and it was about drinking. I had to resolve to start drinking, which is the opposite of what most people have to do. I was a loser who didn't drink at 25. I had been through the entire Marine Corps not drinking. They let you drink when you're 17 in the Marine Corps. I was like, I'm not going to. Anyway, I had a resolution that I was going to start drinking. So I was working at a pizza place at the time, and I was like, I'm going to go get booze and I'm going to drink on New Year's and then party with everybody. And so I walked into a liquor store for the first time in my life, and I looked around for a good half hour. And I didn't know very much about alcohol at the time, but I knew 2 things. 1, that gin was a form of alcohol. And 2, I wanted a lot of it. And so what I ended up picking out after a half an hour of looking around the store is I reached down to the very bottom and I picked up the largest bottle of gin that I could possibly find. I had a handle of bottom shelf gin. And I took it with me to work, and we had our shift, and we were finishing up our shift. And the tradition was like we were going to drink after our shift to catch up with everybody out partying on the town. And so I was like, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to pour everybody a shot of bottom shelf gin. And so I grabbed 9 ramekins, like the little plastic cups, right? And I pour out 9 shots of bottom shelf gin. And I'm like, all right, guys, come on and drink with me. And they're like, Aaron, you're a fucking moron. Nobody is drinking bottom shelf gin shots. You don't even, that's not even how you drink gin, let alone bottom shelf gin. And I was like, fuck you guys. I'm doing it. And then I proceeded to, one after the other, take 9 shots of bottom shelf gin. Everybody's jaws were on the floor after they were like, what the fuck did we just witness? And then I remember maybe the next 10 minutes of that night. I ended up going on a crash course throughout the town. I only threw up 2 times. I did make out blackout drunk with the sister of the girl that I actually liked, which I didn't find out for another 3 days. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have ever accomplished a resolution as hard as I have, but that was my resolution story. Yay! Yeah, no, don't clap. It's fucking. I still to this day I can't drink gin. I can barely clean with Pine Sol. Okay, it was like, oh God, no, sister's friend, or whoever it was. I don't remember. I don't remember much of that. Where the fuck was I? Now I'm lost in my set. Y'all been respecting the troops? I know this is Portland, but it's fucking like you gotta respect the. You guys remember you're supposed to be respecting the troops. Come on, respect the troops. Come on, yeah. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. I met a lot of the troops. You do not have to respect those motherfuckers. Like, are you kidding me? You want me to respect a 19-year-old who married a stripper and bought a Cybertruck? I don't. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. It's not a good idea. Like, they don't deserve your respect unless they've earned it through some action that you can respect. Good point, Aaron. But yeah, it was respecting the troops. It's not even like the Marine Corps. It's not as hard as the movies make it out to be. You know what I mean? Like, I was stationed in Fallujah, Iraq, and I had internet access and enough time that I designed a Magic the Gathering deck for a friend back home, and they won a tournament with it. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for the tax dollars that made that possible. Yeah, that's you guys. That's you guys in the Pentagon working together. You do get a little bit something for your money, though, because like next time somebody's just like, well, we didn't accomplish anything in Iraq. Like, what about that sick-ass red-green deck that Corporal Harleman dreamed of? That's always fun. I've been dealing with the DMV lately because that's relatable. Yeah, exactly, DMV. It's been rough. I was back there yesterday trying to deal with some shit, and I'm on month fucking 5. You know what I mean? Like initially they were like, listen, you got to go get power of attorney and a signature from these people you bought the car from a year and a half ago, and it's like you got to get all this shit handled. So I had to like travel down to Southern Oregon, talk to the people I bought the car from, get signatures, get power of attorney, it's like signed over and everything, bring it back up here, turn it in. They're like, all right, it's gonna be 3 months before we can get the paperwork figured out, and it's like you'll have to come back then. So I waited 3 months. We came back and they were just like, listen, like the signatures that you got us and the power of attorney, like it didn't work, so you got to like get them again. And I was like, that's not cool. And they're like, yeah, well, that's the DMV. And I know this isn't that funny yet, but we're getting there. So like I go and get these signatures again. I bring them back, and this time when I bring the signatures back, the head guy of the whole DMV, this guy named Steven, comes out and he's like, listen, everything we've told you up to this point is false. You don't need any of this. What you do need is this, this, and this. And I've since then I've gotten that, and I put it back, and then I was like, it's going to be 2 weeks before you get your paperwork back. And I just went back yesterday, and I was like, they're like, we mailed it to the wrong fucking house. And so now I just need to know who the fucking CEO of the DMV is, so I can deal with this shit Luigi style. There's a lot of. I've noticed that younger, non-landowning audiences are really on board with that bit. People who might have a little more stake in the economy are just like, boo, Luigi bad. And I was like, I'm not owning a house anytime soon. No, I am. I'm about to like kind of take off. I'm gonna try and live out of the back of my Subaru and tour across the country doing stand-up like comedy, not Yeah, I'm not doing country music. I'm doing comedy. But this is, I don't know if you guys know this. That's a terrible idea. Like, this is something you do as a 20-year-old, and I'm like 42. I'm just like, yeah, I can do it. It'd be a great idea. And I like, as a 20-year-old, if you have a bad night and you're just like, I woke up in a ditch. As 42, I'm gonna be dead in a ditch. I don't know, fucking freeze to death in the back of a Subaru like a lonely lesbian or something. I don't know. Fucking sorry, lost my own thought. Dennis, did you give me the light? Oh, okay, good. I didn't want it. I was doing so good. They were like, yeah, Aaron, give us more. We need more of your funny jokes about failure. Yeah, I had a weird 9/11. Anybody else? Weird 9/11? No? Okay. Yeah, my 9/11, I was in Marine Corps boot camp when it happened. Yeah, I was like 2 months in, and the people ahead of us in boot camp were like, hey, when you get to a certain point in training, they're going to lie and tell you that the country's been attacked and you're going to have to train extra hard to get, yeah. And so, like, one morning we're getting ready to go out in the field and train, and they come up to us and they're like, hey, like, they're running airplanes into buildings in New York. We're going to have to go to war. And we were just like, is this like that time you told us we were going to get donuts for running real good? Because that was a lie. You guys never got us those donuts. And then it was ridiculous. And then that's how me and 100 of my best buddies got to be the world's first 9/11 deniers. We were just like, this isn't happening. And then like a week later, we make it back out from the field to like back to the chow hall. We see the officers' mess where there's TVs. We see like airplanes running into buildings and things falling down. And we're just like, oh my God, this is so elaborate. They're really committed to this bit. Yeah. I know we've been all a little distracted during my set. My nipples are always this hard. I know you've been looking. But it wasn't a problem until Marine Corps boot camp when like a drill instructor finally noticed, and he came up to me and he was just like,
Recruit Harleman!
sir, yes, sir?
Are your nipples hard right now, Recruit Harleman?
Sir, yes, sir?
It's 102 degrees out, Harleman. Why would your nipples be hard? Are they cold?
Sir, no, sir, you're correct in your assessment of the weather.
What? I fucking hate your guts, Harleman. Are your nipples fucking horny, Recruit Harleman?
Yes, right now, a little, sir.
It's Marine Corps boot camp, Harleman. Why would your nipples be horny?
Well, sir, currently somebody is staring directly at him and yelling right into him.
I fucking hate you, Harleman. I tell you what, let me get a look at them.
What?
Then I started, Harleman. Let me see them nipples.
Right now, sir?
Harleman!
Yes, sir. Look at those little pink ass Hershey ass nipples you got. You gotta go cut some glass with those bad boys. Harleman, you reminded me of my wife right now. Anyway, that is how I got molested in boot camp. If this is one little thing before I go. If you know anybody who's like 17, 18, 19, thinking about joining the Marine Corps, and they're like, you know what, before I go in, I'm going to get a winged kitty cat tramp stamp. Dude, it's going to be a bad time. Don't let them do that. They're going to, like, just, it's solid advice from somebody who knows. Have a great night.